Hello, family and friends. Welcome to the Crone's Kitchen. Alright, we are making our rice gumbo. I don't know. Rice gumbo recipe. Out of the Vegetarian Slow Cooker cookbook. The one that I've been using quite a bit. Now, I'm going to tell you. I got this heating up. I personally hope this recipe turns out like shit, because this is a very difficult recipe. This is worse than cooking a full course Christmas meal. And my back cannot take all this. This is too much. So anyway, this got this heating. And what this is some olive oil. We can hear it starting to sizzle. It has a little garlic in there. And this is what I had sauteed my sausage in. So I didn't want to waste it, so I saved it. Now I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to triple the roux. Okay? So it calls for 1/4 cup to be added to this. But I'm going to probably end up tripling my roux, because it says to serve this over rice. And I don't know. I've never made gumbo before. I've never heard of gumbo being served over rice, ever. So I'm going to add some butter in here now, guys. I just didn't know where I was at with the oil. So I'm just adding the rice in the pot, because to me, I always thought gumbo was more like, I don't know, some kind of soup that, and I'm just throwing some in there, that you eat out of a bowl, you know. I never thought of gumbo as something served up over rice. Now maybe you can, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But to me, gumbo goes in a bowl and you eat out of a bowl. But like I say, I could be wrong. Very much so. Now I'm going to start taking a little broth. So I got some butter in there. And it browned. And I have just some regular vegetable broth, some crock pot that I want to use up, that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. I'm going to need more than that, so we got to get this shit going. And this is just the one times. I'll see how it looks. I might just double it. The thing is I'd rather have too much and pitch some of this than have to be remaking more roux. Now, I really, really, really don't want to have to do that. And I've got this camera in a really awkward position, because it kept wanting to tip over while I was wanting it to look down here in this pot. Now, I have 2 containers of Swanson's Louisiana Cajun broth that I got from Dollar Tree. That vegetable I just wanted to use up. Oh my God, I suppose there's a trick to getting this shit open. Holy moly. Yeah, this recipe, I'm telling you, hopefully you guys don't fall in the roux. And stab it. Stab it, stab it, stab it. This smells good. This smells really good. This Cajun broth. Yeah, this smells real good. But I don't want that to be sticking. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need. But I am going to do a double batch. Because I'm tweaking my recipe a little bit. You're probably saying, you're nuts, you're nuts. But I'm not putting my freaking gumbo over rice. I'm putting the rice in my gumbo. Now, if any of you guys know about this kind of cooking, let me know. Because I have never made gumbo before. Now, I make a great jambalaya. But a gumbo I have honestly never done. But I go with what sounds right to me. So, and this will probably be more than enough here. Actually, I don't think I need to triple it. I think this is looking pretty decent with the doubling. Is that I believe a gumbo is a little thicker sauce, soup, or I know it's not a soup, but I think it's thicker than, like, you know, I don't believe it's real thin. So, I don't believe it's real thick neither. And like I say, I don't have to use all this. But I don't want to have to stop and flip and remake it, though. Because that would kind of piss me off. And there is one, I'm loving the cooker. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm rushing this because I wanted to try every feature out, and I ain't waiting 9 hours, okay? It's taken my ass 2 hours to get this shit together. So, because I can only stand so long, and then I have to go break. And there was a lot of steps. I tell you, a hell of a lot of steps. God dang it. I just splattered. Did you see that? I hate that when I screw up like that. I didn't mean to, but it happens. And please forgive my French and... We need to say God bless it. Clean up our potty mouth. There is one thing about the cooker, if I have time, that I don't like. And Aroma, on your next one you develop, it is a beautiful machine. And I would buy this again. There's one thing, though, that they need. One small little thing that they need. This is looking pretty nice. That they need 2 fits on it. Get out of there. I'm going to use this whole box, and I will most likely use the other whole box too. Not in this pot, though. Right now, I just wanted to get this done. And this is looking pretty good. And this was the Swanson, Louisiana Cajun, and smelling damn good, I can tell you that much. Okay, I think this is looking really pretty decent. Of course, you know, it's going to continue to thicken. You know, to continue to... See what this recipe did to me? It done messed me up. I can't even talk now. It might be a part 2, too, because you have no idea. You have no idea But I can get rid of this, I think. I'm going to turn this down to just the warm because I've got to add some seasoning. And I don't want this to get away from me. And I don't know what I did with my lid to my flour, but I'd kind of like to get this the heck out of my road. And we're going to start on the seasoning, guys. I'm telling you, this was some kind of recipe. That's for sure. I do hope it turns out good for all that it took. But now for a young person that doesn't have a dozen different elements that stands in their road, this could be a different ball game. But for someone that's old like me and with multiple conditions, it's not so fun. Okay, 1 teaspoon. There's my lid for my flour. 1 teaspoon of paprika. And so somehow that has totally disappeared. Definitely need a teaspoon or a spoon, whatever you call it, measuring spoon. So I'm going to call that like a teaspoon, and we're going to throw that mess up in there. Okay. And then we need 2.5 teaspoons of dried thyme, which is my German thyme that I grew in my garden. Uh-oh, shoot. My baggie just ripped a little bit. What did I say we need? I don't know if I got that much. Let's get to grinding it up. See what happens here. Get close enough. I got a garden catalog in the mail, and I'm sitting here thinking, But I've got so many seeds that I saved, and I never did do a video on. I should have. My son got this. Spent like $75. It's got mega amounts. It's one of those bug out seed things, and it's got so much of everything that I really doubt, and with what I've got, that we're hurting on any seeds. But I'm going to look at it anyway, and I might buy something. I don't know. There's our thyme. I better give this a little stir, because that crap likes to sneak up on you on the bottom and to stick and clup and wrung everything you just worked so hard on. We're doing good. Okay, so we got that in there. It's supposed to have a 1/2 cup of chopped fresh parsley. I don't have it. Oh God, I hate these. I hate these. I've got to get this off of here. This is just there, got it this time. Friggin' ass time waster for me, and I've already stood here long enough. So we're just going to take, like that. We're going to throw some of that mess up on in there and call that good. Alright. So nobody know but to cook. So nobody know but to cook. Okay. We've already got the butter in there. It's supposed to have a teaspoon of lemon juice. I have no clue why, but it's getting it. And since I have absolutely no way to measure, we're going to do a little guesstimate. We're going to call that good. Close enough. Well, close enough. That says 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt. No way, baby. No way. Am I putting that much salt? Because I'm not a huge salt fan. I don't need all that sodium in my body. Hope I didn't just see it clup there. I've had an eye day from hell. I'm going to turn this off. So we're going to go with what I would consider a nice teaspoon. And that's it. And I'm going to tell you what. This friggin' book never puts pepper in anything. And if you think for 1 minute I'm going to cook any dish that has absolutely no pepper in it, nope, that's not going to fly. So we're going to put what looks to be about a half a teaspoon in there. Because I'm going to have my pepper. Oh yeah. Ain't no doubt about that. Now, it calls for, oh, Lord have mercy. We did the time. It calls for a pinch of dried basil. I'm out. It's on my list. Italian seasoning. It's got basil in it. There's your pinch. Alrighty. Kind of stir this up a little bit, and that way I make sure we're still not clumping at the bottom. Smelling really freaking good. Okay, and then a teaspoon of oregano. Oh. There we go. Good enough. I'm the good enough cut. We're going to stir all that up in there. A little bit. Smelling terrific. I suppose this thing will turn out absolutely wonderful. I have to put my butter away, and I have to grab my secret ingredient that I'm going to use because it called for carrots. And my broke ass ain't got no carrots. In about a week or so I can go grocery shopping. But when it gets towards the end of the month, see, I got this. This is my dry veggies, and it's got carrots in it. And I just take my jar in, hand fill it. It's a mayonnaise jar. It cost me $10.60. And it's worth every damn dime. Because I use this shit. Look at this. Can you see this? It's got carrots. Oh yeah, look at that. This is a whole bunch of friggin' yum right in there. We're going to do two. Because I had this almost a lot of my cooking, and it's going in this one. I'll put this away later. Yeah, because this is good stuff. I just love it. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this sit here for a few seconds. Those vegetables will rehydrate. And yeah, I thought I was even short on green peppers. I was supposed to have 4 green peppers in here. Well, 3 red and 1 green, but green was cheaper. So it was all green. And at any rate, I only ended up with friggin' 2. Flip you around. Because now we're going to use this dang thing as a slow cooker. Alright, it's empty. What do you think about that? Okay. Now this is what killed me. The tremendous amount of fucking work that went into this. And no, don't excuse my French there. I kid you not. Okay, I had frozen okra that I had to speed defrost a little bit because I forgot to lay it out. And I had to chop it up because it was whole. So the okra's going on in there, alright? Then it called for 3. It was a whole bag of okra. Then it called for 3 small zucchini. So, since it took me a long time to get to this, the skin wasn't the prettiest. Normally I would have kept that skin on. But I took it off.